everyone, it's me Guni and you guys are watching on Learning for Life, where in today's session we will be discussing the extracts of the poem we did in the last lecture. That is the glove and the lines, right? So the extracts, we only have four extracts here. So we will start with the MCQs first. Okay. What kind of king was Francis? So he was good natured, that is B. Who were in the galleries to watch the fight? So the king, his lords and ladies. Then what has distracted the king's attention from the lions fighting? The charms of Count de Lodge beloved. Now, how did the king react when he looked at the Lord's beloved? He sighed. Which figure of speech is used in the line, they bit, they glad, gave blows like beams? That. So that is simile because like word यहाँ पे use किया गया है. Next is which of these remained always the same in the Lord's beloved? So that was her lips and eyes. That were charming eyes, smiling lips, bright eyes. Okay. And then which of these statement is not true? That is not true. So the answer will be uh, the Lord's beloved did not actually love him. Now, next is the Lord's beloved seems to have been struck by the king's wisdom. Then, how did the Lord throw her lady's glove back to her? In anger. And then is by putting him to a dangerous test, the Lord's beloved proved that she was unfaithful. Okay. Now, yeah, she was vain, you can say. Okay. Now let's start with the comprehension passages, that is the extracts. King Francis was a hearty king and loved a royal support. And one day, as his lion spot sat on the court, the nobles filled the benches and ladies in their pride, and amongst them sat the Count de Lodge, with one for whom he sighed. And truly it was a gallant thing to see that crowning show, valor and love, and the king above, and the royal beasts below. Okay. Now, where was the king sitting? So the king was sitting in the arena, where the royal sport was happening, that is the lion fighting, and then top of the stadium. What was going on? The fighting of lions were going on, ferocious lion. That was a royal sport that is going on right in the pit. Now, for whom did the king sigh and why? So the king sighed for Count de Lord's beloved because he liked him. He liked her. He was envious of our Count de Lodge. He liked the beauty, charms, gorgeous, smiling lips, and everything of the lady. Now, who are referred to as valor and love? The people with a strong heart and the audience are referred as valor and love. As the lions are brave and the people are loved, beloved. Okay, and ladies basically most respect is love to ladies. So what picture of the Lord's beloved has poet given later in the context? So that she is lively, beautiful, young woman. You can say smiling lips, sharp bright eyes, always look beautiful, charming, and was a proud lady in her best clothes. Why did the Lord's beloved think of testing his valor? So the Lord's beloved thought of testing his valor. Valor is bravery to grasp the audience attention and prove Count the Lord's love for her, that he can do anything for her. Okay? And then passage number 2. Rammed and roared the lions with horrid laughing jaws. They bit, they glared, gave blows like beams, and a wind went with their paws. With bellowing might and stifled roar, they rolled on one another, till all the pit with sand and mane was in a thunderous murder. The bloody foam above the bars came whisking through the air. Said Francis then, "Faith, gentlemen, we are better here than there." Okay, so what the kind of royal sport was in progress and who were watching it? So the fighting of King's Lion was the royal sport. Ferocious lions was the royal sport, and it was in the progress. The king, noble's ladies, Count de Lodge, and his beloved was watching it. So mainly who all they are talked about in the chapter. Sorry, point. Next, who stole the heart of the King Francis? So King Francis' heart was stolen by Count de Lord's beloved one. Now, the next is in what state of mind he was. So he was envious of Count de Lodge. Earlier he was happy, but he was excited, happy and excited to see the royal sport. Now, briefly describe the lions fight. So it was thunderous, they were roar and smother, that is bit. The lions fight were ferocious and vicious. They roared with horrible looking, laughing jaws. They were fighting and tearing into one another. Their blows were strong like wind. They rolled upon each other. All of these things. That paragraph. Then what did the air carry afar? So the air carried the bloody foam and spread for far and wide from the lion's fight, revealing the brutality and ferocity of the royal sport. And what does it reveal? We tell the brutality and ferocity of the royal sport is revealed here. Moreover, badly injured, the lions were badly injured. It was dangerous and terrible fight, and blood was coming out of the mouth of the lions. Next, comment on the king's remark. Who was attracted by his comment? The king remarked that they were better off watching from a distance than being near the dangerous fight. Now, highlighting, what did it highlight? The relief if being safe. And who was attracted? The Lord's beloved was attracted by his comment. Perhaps it is an opportunity, she thought, as to test her lover's bravery, that is valor. And there were mere spectators. They were satisfied, and he thought that they were all everybody. So a lot of spectators were there, the royals were there, the kings were there, the other lady loves were there. So she thought that it was a rare moment, it was a divine moment to just check the bravery of my beloved one. Now, passage number 3. Their lord's love overheard the king, a beauteous lively dame, with smiling lips, sharp bright eyes, which always seemed the same. She thought the count, my lover, is brave as can be, as brave can be. He surely would do wondrous things to show his love of me. King, ladies, lovers, all look on. The occasion is divine. I'll drop my glove to prove his love. Great glory will be mine. So what kind was witnessed by the king and his courtiers? Same, the ferocious lion fighting, that was the royal sport, it was witnessed. What had distracted the king's attention? The beloved one of Count de Loche, because she was beautiful, charming lady, had bright eyes, everything about her you have to write here. Then what did the Lord's beloved think about him? What was she sure of? So um, the Lord's beloved thought that my love will do anything for me, will do wondrous things for me, because she believed and she was sure of that her beloved one is as brave can be, and uh, he was like very brave, valor, right? So he would, she said that he would take extraordinary things, uh, steps to demonstrate his love for her. Now, what thought struck her and what was the real attention? So, the thought of dropping her glove into the arena, the pit where the lions were fighting, to test her lover's bravery and devotion, uh, got to her mind, struck her to show her importance. So, what were her real intentions? So it was to show her importance, where then her real attentions were to garner the attention and glory for herself among the royal attendants of crowd, royals, king, and so on. So she was basically an attention seeker. Next, what happened when the lady threw her glove into the pit and smiled at her lover? So when the lady threw her glove into the pit and smiled at her lover meaningfully, the Count de Lodge bowed, showed respect to her, and then jumped into the arena, leaped into the arena. The leap was quick, the return was quick, and he returned to the stadium, to the benches, without touching the lions, the ferocious lions, and without letting the lions touch him, and brought her glove back. And then what he did was to throw the glove with anger at her face, because he knew that if she is willing to put his life in danger just because to prove her attentions, her glory, satisfying that I am very nice, her pride and proud, so she is not good for him. Now, passage number 4. She dropped her glove to prove his love, then looked at him and smiled. He bowed, and in a moment he leapt among the lions wild. The leap was quick, the return was quick, he has regained his place. Then he threw the glove, but not with love, right in the lady's face. By God, said Francis, rightly done, and rose from where he sat. No love, quoth he, but vanity sets love a task like that. This is what I told you कि क्या-क्या उसने किया. Now, who were watching the lion fight? How was the fight progressing? So we have already discussed this question, that who were watching: the nobles, king, lady loves, count de lodge, everyone was watching, and it was becoming intense and ferocious, demonstrating the wild nature and strength of the lions. Then next is, what idea struck the Lord's beloved? So the idea of dropping her glove, same question is repeated here. How did she put it into practice? She removed her glove, she threw it in the pit, and then looked at her, smiled at her lover meaningfully, right? So that he would get her expectations, that he has to go down and get the back. Now, what could have happened to Deloge? So the Deloge could have been attacked and possibly killed by the ferocious lions when he jumped into the pit and retrieved the glove, highlighting the dangerous nature of the situation, the task. Extreme danger was there. He might have gone torn apart. Then, what was Delord's reaction when he came back safe from the pit? So when he returned safely, he regained his seat first, then threw the glove to her beloved, but this time not with love but with anger, and then told her, okay, angle, that signifies that he had realized that her lover was not truly loving him, because he put his life in danger just to prove her pride, and just to get the attention she wanted. The last question: what did no one else do but Delorge understand at the end? At the end, Delorge alone understood that the task set by his lover was not a test of love but an act of vanity, meant to attract the attention rather than express genuine affection. Now, she was a big attention seeker. And with this, we complete our extracts today. I hope you are liking this series, and let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hit the like button, share it, and subscribe. Bye.